open a little gritty. Excuse me while I find the group up before I turn it on. That'd be helpful.
The Rusty.
It's not the instrument, it's the guitarist. How's everybody?
How's everybody doing?
Say hello. Come and say hi. How are you? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful.
Thank you for stopping by.
What's up? Just checking out, seeing who's here. Hello, hello. Hey there. Was it Shibo? Suzanne Britt has joined. That's very nice of you. Stop in, say hello. Feel free to pop by. Hello, Mary Marino. Tyler, hello. How are we doing over here? Is everybody good? Let's switch guitars up and then we'll do the interaction later. Hello, Jose Hernandez, Lisa P. People are just popping in, popping out. Oh, fishy, where did that fishy go? Ah, that's too much, too crazy. I know, that's wild. And finicky person. And right, we try this. We change up some of the settings. Fuck off. Thank you for not saying hello and not even tapping screen live. Thank you for fuck off. Thank you very much. I was actually just playing around with some different stuff for a tune to do later, so I'm just kind of playing with the settings, seeing how it sounds, and then messing with the rhythm. So I appreciate that. It's like it's not really experimental. I'm just going, does this sound good? It's like that's the thing about these lives. Sometimes you'll hear part of it, or it will become part of a song later. I usually do the lyrics at the same time I do the song, but I changed that for my last album, and I think it worked better. It just changed it up for me. For that hum, before I was, my second album was not. I don't recommend it. I just don't recommend it. I might pull it. It's just not very good. Third one, much better. Got work to do, but as always. But you know, music is nothing more than a means of communication. It's taking a concept and trying to put it in a format that is digestible and relatable, most importantly, to the person hearing the music. And what you take from it is what you take from it. So if I am skillfully writing the lyrics and the music and the melody, all of it matches and communicates that message to you that was intended, great. If it hits you in a different way, it makes you think about something else, great. It's just it's a way of communication. It's not right or wrong, it's music. So that's all there is to it. You like it or you don't. You know, you don't like it, turn to the next one. Plenty of good ones on there. Plenty of good ones on there. Maybe not quite as much of that. Hello, how you doing? Insert name here. I doubt that. I feel like a goat. Billy Goat. Just tuning up for later. I'll do a live later that's a little more orchestrated, potentially. I'm just rebelling against TikTok right now. They piss me off. See if we've got a tuner on this one. Oh well. explaining guitars, if you know about this, then never mind. Sorry, probably boring you, but the reason an acoustic, the sound is coming through the vibrations here, and it's echoing through the body of a guitar. That's why each guitar, its wood, its shape, has a distinct sound. The strings, the way you tune them, all that. Many, many variables. There's 6 strings, but there's endless possibilities for sounds you can make with it, you know? And then you see these people, not me, who can do like, you know, they're pounding on using it as like a drum beat behind it, which is incredible. If you get a chance to check those guys out, they're really amazing musicians. And I like that they're pushing the envelope a little bit, doing a little bit different, you know? I got a tune stuck in my head and I can't get it out. Okay, let's change it up some. Think about the world today. Is this where I woke up or did I sleep at all? Think about the world today. Wonder why you had to go away. Never understand why, until the day I die, why you had to go away. There's an empty spot in me that can never be filled. There's a hole in my heart that's bleeding through. Woke up the world today. I wasn't sure I was in the same one you're in. Did I get transplanted to another place and time? Or all those memories just a dream? But if someday you find it in your heart, know you've always got a place with me. I don't want to wake up in a world that doesn't include you anymore. Nightmare and see your shiny face. I wanna laugh with you, I don't wanna cry anymore. I'll never understand much in this world these days. I've searched high and low trying to figure this shit out, but I just can't seem
to make the equation balance out. Cause I know you love me, and I hope to God you know I love you. I wanna wake up in a world tomorrow filled with your smile. I wanna wake up in a world tomorrow and sit quietly while you talk endlessly. I wanna hear everything that you're dreaming of, everything that's pissing you off. Just wanna hear you in my world today. In my world today.
I ended on that sour note. Oh, true story. You know, you sometimes think about, especially as you get long in the tooth, which is a weird phrase in and of itself. My teeth aren't getting longer, are they? Otherwise, I'd be like, I'd be like, teeth be banging against my chin. That's a strange thought. Is this on? Is this working? Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, there we go. But, you know, as time passes, you look back and you go, why does that person not, why am I not in contact with that person anymore? What happened? I mean, it wasn't falling out. Life got busy. Maybe, you know, somebody got married, somebody changed jobs, moved different towns, whatever whatever the case may be, change, and then you look and you're like, damn. You know, you really have to keep your good friends very close and be good to each other, because there's nothing worse. I had this happen to me a year ago, and actually a year and 1 month ago. A good friend of mine took his own life, and it was devastating to me, because I felt like we were really close, good friends. I'd been through normal life stuff, and he'd been a good person to me and a solid person, and I felt, as I think a lot of people do, whose friends have that happen, whose friends do take their own lives, you just go, man, was I just a shitty friend? I wish he could have, what did I do that kept him from reaching out to me? Or was it just so dark, and you know, depression and things can be very difficult to deal with. Was it just so dark that he didn't even know how to reach out? Or why didn't I pick that up, you know? I'm not blaming anything, and I'm just sad that he's gone, and it's a real waste, because he was such a beautiful, talented person. And a rare person, you know. He was like, when he liked somebody and he was friends with them, he was friends with them. It was a process. I remember when we first met, we were next door neighbors. And when I first met him, I don't think he liked me, because he didn't really know me yet. And he thought I was just some glib a-hole, which may be right. But as he got to know me, and got to know me seriously, not just me goofing around with it, we became friends. And he was a solid, really smart individual, and very trustworthy, very kind, a kind person. And was always happy to see him. And it was, you know, he was busy with work and stuff, and I might see him every 3-4 weeks or something like this, just to hang out for a bit. But, you know, we did connect. But then when he was gone, it was like, damn. So I guess my point is, right now, if you have friends that you haven't talked to in a while, reach out to them, just see how they're doing. Just, you know, send them a text. Go, hey, how you doing? What's up? Nothing. You know, I don't like when people send a text message that goes, are you okay? No, I just stuck my finger in the socket again, and I got electrocuted. Not okay. I'm an idiot, as usual. No, I mean, why would I not be okay? You know, life is difficult. No, I'm not okay. You know, the world is fucking crazy right now. And we are not. That's the thing. We don't have to adopt that craziness. A lot of us do. We meld into it. Just the way people drive anymore. Just the way people interact. There's not much
wholesomeness to it. It's not real, and we are so lacking in compassion for each other. Because believe it or not, people, in the morning or in the evening, wherever you're driving, other people are trying to get someplace too. They are also traveling. They are also driving. They also have problems. They are not gabillionaires. They have concerns about their health, their family, their welfare. Because you never know it. I had a relative of mine last week who was mugged out of nowhere. You would have not thought that it was going to happen at this place, this time, this location, this way. I am much less physically intimidating than this person was. And, it happened to this person, and I'm just like, that is really just so frightening because it is truly random. It's like going up to a slot machine and pushing the button, and your ass is gonna get kicked and you're gonna get robbed. Whoa, that's no fun. But that's the society we live in right now. Random violence, and so many people are just fighting literally for their lives. They're working 3 to 4 jobs constantly, just trying to keep partial roof over their heads. They can't afford a deposit for a lease. They can't afford more than a few days in an extended stay here or Motel 6 there. And they're just putting it together piece by piece, slowly, one by one. And they're not able to get it all together, and they're just fighting day to day to live. And, an illness or some other setbacks, and they are homeless and they are screwed. It's that close. We are not 2 paychecks away from disaster. We are 2 sick days unpaid away from disaster. We are not able to do your DoorDash, supplement your income. We are not able to make it to your second job because your car broke down, and now you can't do DoorDash. Now you can't get your second job. Now you're trying to get to your first job. You might lose that, and you were late. And you don't want to be late because it's just endless. The cost of living. When I say the cost of living, you have to have a cell phone these days. Bottom line, right? You get the cheapest one, you're talking at least $50 a month, probably. With taxes and everything, maybe cheaper. But still, that is, whatever the cost is, add that on. Then you got rent, then you got insurance. You know what I was thinking the other day? Our health insurance in this country is so fucked that car insurance is a much more simple process. That's a fuck deal too. They have not raised, in my state, Missouri, they have not raised the minimum required since I started driving. And I started driving a long time ago. I'm not that old, but it wasn't yesterday. We're talking, 3 decades plus, okay? You can't tell me that the $25,000 minimum financial responsibility required in Missouri, the $25,000 is worth the same as it was 30 to 40 years ago. Come on. No. $25,000 30 years ago is a lot more than it is now. Well, I'll look and I'll put this together for a video, but the real value, the cost, the $25,000 in static dollars is probably, this is a total guess, probably about maybe 60% of that, 60, I would guess $25,000 is let's just say 1975, maybe not the best choice. We were in a recession, a little inflation, so that equals it out a little bit. I'm going to say $25,000 then is worth about 10 now. And when you think about that, what we've effectively done is lowered the financial responsibility. And why that's important, it's not the responsibility that you personally carry. Oh, my guitar moved. I was like, what was that? I was like, it better not be. There's no one here with me. If something's moving, that would be a whole new one. I was like, here on Biscuit's ghost house. Think about it. It's the insurance company. So like you get in an accident, $25,000 minimum, that is what the insurance company has to pay out, their maximum coverage. So the maximum they're going to pay out, if you have a $25,000 minimum policy, so I'm using minimum and maximum in different scenarios. But if you have a standard, what you have to have according to Missouri law, policy of $25,000, that's the max they have to pay out. So the insurance companies have effectively just lowered their overhead over time. They've kept it the same and lowered it. It's not gone lower than $25,000, but the value of $25,000 is much less. You see my point? And I bet you dollars to frickin' donuts, the cost of insurance per month has gone up since 1975. You want to bet your ass it has? I mean, shit, people were probably paying $25 a year back then, right? Now you're lucky to get 100, 200 a month or more, depending on your driving record, the circumstances of all that stuff. But my point is, just to live, it has become more expensive, and the corporate fuck jobs that we have, that just, we accept it too, which is just beyond me. Like, my iPhone is total crap. I'm so sick of it not communicating with other platforms and being arrogant about it. I'm so tired of it trying to hit my debit card when I don't have any subscriptions. I'm tired of the fact that it doesn't, that when other people get home in my area, that my signal goes to shit. You know, it's one of the top 3 major carriers in the country. Why? I'm in a very heavily populated, normal area. Why is it that bad? Why do I go to 2 bars? Why? Because they got too many people on it. They don't care. The product that they deliver is a mirage. It's what you will accept. It is literally, we are thrown, like, if you picture the service we get for cell phones, for health, for cars, all of those things, right? It is equivalent to be sitting at a diner and having them walk by and throw a plate of whatever fucking happened to be ready on the grill. That's what we're getting. And we're going, oh, thank you very much. Don't particularly like fish, you know. I didn't really want fish sticks today, but okay. Oh, okay, clam chowder, I really don't like that. I'm allergic to that. Or whatever. You see my point? We just take it, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of them not testing their products before they send it to us. I'm tired of them having to patch it because it has a glitch. I'm tired of password that don't, the password programs that don't ever remember the passwords. They remember the wrong ones, and then they log me out. I'm tired of adding a step to be able to use a product just because they are a fear that they have not programmed it well enough to avoid hacking. I'm tired of people thinking that it's okay to deliver a shitty product at an inflated price. Because, you know, the cost of an iPhone for them to make it is pennies. Pennies. You know what? These tariffs, let's say they do get tariffs. You know what, Apple, you can fucking eat it. You have billions of dollars of profit. You don't actually even make the phones. You're barely designing them anymore, and you've gotten so far away from what you were founded on that I don't even recognize you. Steve Jobs is rolling like a rotisserie in his grave right now because it is nothing like the plan he put into place and was a very strict authoritarian about. That's why Macs were good. When I started using Macs regularly, both in my personal and professional life, they were solid. They were quality products. They were easy to use, intuitive. Now, what the fuck? It's like hit or miss. Where'd you put my document? I gotta go search for it because you have this thing called recents, but nothing recent is ever in the recents folder. And nothing is ever itemized on you. You know, if you use Apple to pay any bill on the, like if you have a YouTube subscription, for example, if you use your iPhone to do it, it's gonna cost you 33% more. Yeah, use it on your browser that's not an iPhone associated thing. If you're not using Apple Pay, it's not that 33% more. You know why? Just because Apple charges you, they upcharge you on every purchase you use during Apple Pay or using your iPhone, 33%. It's a dumbass tax. And who are the dumbasses? We are for putting up with that shit. It's ridiculous. Is it that much better? No. It's a cult. They make you drink the Kool-Aid. They jacked the prices up. Samsung figured that out, so they jacked their prices up so they could compete with them. Because people perceive that it is a value if it costs more. Is your iPhone that's $2,000 worth more than one that's $1,000? Since when do we have to have another car payment called a phone? Anyway, and people, if you ever are tempted to send a text to someone, and it is not a situation where they are expecting to hear from you, and you do not get a reply within, I'd say, a day. But the people who send a text, then wait moments, and I mean some people seconds, and if you don't answer, there's a question mark that follows it. You know what that gets from me? Bye-bye. I don't know what you are doing right now. I may be interrupting you. Hopefully this thought is making you think of something, which is good. But I'm not going to presume that you are just sitting waiting to get a text from me and are going to immediately respond. No. But people do, because they are only able to see to the end of their fucking nose. They have no concept of others, of community, of compassion. They can feign sympathy because it is socially acceptable, and they do it in a video to promote their whatever channel. No. Sympathy is sympathizing with the person and what they're going through. Being able to put yourself in their... Empathy is really... Empathy is a true emotional connection. And think of how many people you have met, and you know the type that they're just not there for you. They look at you and they see whatever opportunity or thing that you can bring to them, or service, or feel, whatever it may be, what you can do for them. And they don't think that outright, but they've been trained to do that by the world today, where people are just trying to survive, and after a while they just become wolves, and they eat the sheep like us, lambs. Wolves and lambs. I tell it to my son. When you watch Risky Business, Joel, Tom Cruise, is a lamb. Guido, the killer pimp, is a wolf, and so is the professional lady. She's not to be judged. Guido is not to be judged. Joel is not any better than them. He is in different circumstances, but when you are a lamb, you better learn to figure out who the wolves are, or they will eat you, because they have to eat you. It's how they survive. The wolves cannot get in a car and go to Burger King. They have to eat the lambs. See my point? And it starts with communication. And it's interesting, that word commune. If we did the etymology, the history of the word, excuse me, not Mel Brooks' History of the World, History of the Word. Hey, there's a sequel. And now Mel Brooks presents History of the Word. It's a short film. Anyway, point being, take time to consider someone else besides yourself. A random stranger. Observe them. Don't be creepy. And just wonder to yourself, like, what problems are you going through right now? Maybe you're not. Maybe it's just like you don't like the weather. Whatever. Maybe you're having a great day. I wonder, are they having a great day? Or like me, did they forget to take their laundry to the dryer again? Yeah. Too much work, not enough time? Yeah, I feel that. Are they missing a relative? Is it causing them a lot of emotional pain? Yeah, I feel that. Are they happy because they had a good day at work? Their boss gave them a compliment they weren't expecting? Or do they have a vacation coming up? Or they just get bad news on a test result from the doctor? It's never fun to do. Trust me on that one. When you go in, I have a really nasty bloodshot eye. I doubt you can see it. I'll put it up to the screen later, just with fair warning. It's not real gross, but it's kind of unsettling. And then I found out something else when I was in there, like, oh man, I went to find something in my eye, but I found out about a different problem. Like, oh great. Can you solve this problem? Oh no, not at all. We can't do anything about your eye, but that other thing, yeah, you're gonna need to get on something, because that could kill you. It's no good. I'm like, oh, okay, well that's happy Friday. Just roll with it. But that's my problem. That's what I'm going through. Does it give me an excuse to be an asshole at the grocery store? No. Or when I'm driving, do I have to tailgate everybody? People, whatever happened to putting some space between you and the car in front of you? Why does everybody have to ride the ass of the person in front of them? To the point where everybody's like panic braking. Or you get these passive aggressive motherfuckers at four-way stops, right? It's real simple. It goes like this, clockwise, okay? You, me, them, round we go. Round robin, right? No? It's always you want to go? Like, oh, no, you go. And inevitably, if I let those people dictate it, what happens is, by the time I'm like, okay, is it my turn to go? I start to go. Then they start to go. Now, if they don't go, I go. I'm not going to wait for, you go first, you go. No, let's go. Come on. It's an intersection. This is not a reunion. We didn't go to high school together. We're not looking back, see you got a pot belly. No, this is a fucking intersection. You stop, if it's a four-way stop. Once you stop, nobody's there, you can proceed. If you stop and there's someone to your right, they go first. Person straight ahead of you, first one there goes first. You're both going straight, you can both go. Sound like Jay Seinfeld. Anyway, those are my rants. And let's face it, the problems we face in this country right now, the issues that affect people the most, are exactly the ones that our current president and Congress. I'm not saying. I think he's trying, but do they have any concept of what's most important to us right now? What we are facing as people? Fuck no. They wouldn't be playing these games. They're just trying to one up each other. You know what I say? Fucking vote them all out. My vote is for none of the above. I'm gonna ride in my dog again. Actually, my dog passed too. That sucked also. But I used to ride in my daughter's dog, Jack. Jack the dog for mayor. He could be a hell of a good mayor. Because you know why? The mayor has no authority. Might as well be a dog. The mayor just peed on a fire hydrant. Yay! He has blessed the fire hydrant. Anyway, you get my point. I'll be back later. Thank you for joining me. Oh yeah, here's my eye. Let's see, can you see it? Oh, it doesn't hurt. I don't know what happened to it. Didn't hit it with anything. It's probably just, it's probably a sign of an alien. Peace. I'll be back later. Subscribe so you can get notified. If there's anything you want to hear, see, learn, message me. Peace out. Love you all.